Oh boy. Okay. um. Yeah, I broke my fast, and I'm like kind of sorry about it, kind of not sorry about it, and I guess I'm just gonna talk about why I did and my thought process behind this. Um. So hear me out. So I was 100% sure I was gonna go through with this. I had no problems with it. Sorry if this is a little like off. It's probably tilted a little bit. I had no issues with carrying through with this. Um, Everybody always talks about how when you're doing a water fast, when you're doing, I mean, especially a dry fast, but when you're doing a water fast, it's important you're not doing anything too physically strenuous because that can be a lot. And the last time, and pretty much any time I've done a water fast for a long period of time, namely my 21-day water fast, I had a job where I was pretty much stationary almost the entire time. Um, with my old job, I would come in the morning, I would load up my van, and I would sit all day while driving. And I'd get out every 15 or 20 minutes. But for the most part, I was resting. And I found it very easy to do my water fast. Um, I recently got a job at a landscaping company. And at the landscaping company, obviously we're outside all day. We're on our feet. We're lifting heavy things. We're pushing heavy things. We're walking around. We're sweating. We are in the sun. We are in the freezing cold. We are doing so much more physical activity than what I was doing at my other job. And I think I figured that I would be able to do this just fine. Um, I was feeling good for the first like 5 days probably. Um, Pretty good. I mean, headaches here and there, but I, uh, I think I was feeling good physically. Um, a couple days ago, I forget which day it was that I started noticing this, but I just noticed that no matter how much water I drank for the day, I would just be so extremely tired at the end of the day because I had gone no food and I had been working all day and I was just out. And um, Tuesday, which I believe, yeah, yesterday, which would have been day 10, or which was day 10. I mean, I completed day 10. Um, all throughout my work day, I was drinking water. I was doing everything I was supposed to do, but I kept feeling like I was just gonna pass out. And I've never really experienced that on a fast before. Not even on my 21-day water fast. I never experienced that. And I think it's because I wasn't pushing myself as hard as I am now. I don't think I think I underestimated how much physical activity would take away from my energy or, from my strength. Um, and I was so like worried that I wasn't going to be able to finish it because of this. And I did not want to accept it. And all day that day, I was just dreading this. and dreading the fact that I probably have to stop. And I picked my wife up from work right after that, right after my work was done. And I told her, I think I have to break my fast. And she was like, well, why? And I explained to her everything I was feeling. And I just broke down in tears because I just wanted to finish it. I just wanted her to be proud of me. I just wanted all of this to happen the way I wanted it to happen. And I was finding myself cutting it short by 40 days because I didn't think about the fact that working outdoors and doing a lot of physical labor would probably be pretty taxing. So, yeah, I cried a lot. And she told me that, of course, she was still proud of me. And, you know, she just reminded me that I have my goal in mind. I've already lost so much weight. And you just keep that goal in mind and you keep going for it. You find something else that's more sustainable and better for my current situation. And I kept thinking, man, I'm doing this YouTube series and, you know, I have some people who are watching me who are excited to see my results and things. So I've got to do this. And I felt so bad from so many different angles that I would have to stop it. And Sharon, my wife, was very supportive in that moment. And it probably shouldn't be that big of a deal, but like I was so excited to do it. I was so excited to lose all the weight in that amount of time. I was so excited to show people that you can do this. And I believe you can do that. I have no problems with the concept of water fasting. What I think is that it has to be done under the right circumstances. And you know, I'll say it again. I did a 21-day water fast, easy as pie. Easy, I mean, no pun intended. I wasn't eating pie. But it was so easy for me to do that 21-day water fast. And I think it was because I wasn't taxing myself. So I apologize that I did not foresee that happening. But that's where I am right now. I stopped it yesterday. I was going to put up a video yesterday, but I was just feeling so down. And today, you know, I've been reincorporating food back into my system a little bit since last night. Some chicken, some broth. I ate a few things that I probably shouldn't have eaten, you know, right around the time you break a fast. But for the most part, between yesterday and today, it's been very healthy, very ketogenic. And for now, I think I'm just going to go back to that. I got myself down to the, you know, my final weight was 185.2, I believe. So I got down to the middle of the 80s, you know, and when I do the math, you know, I know we're like almost halfway. Well, we're pretty much halfway through the year, as far as I know. January, February, March, April, May, June. Okay, so we're not. No, we're not. We're like a third of the way through the year. But since January 1st, 221.8 minus 185.2, I've lost 36.6 pounds. Okay. And I got to keep reminding myself that I've made progress and it's not going to be a perfect journey. You're going to have bumps along the road, but you keep your goal in mind and you just keep pushing for it. You know, I mean, my current goal right now is to, with ketogenic, you know, the keto diet, not allow myself to get back up to, the high 90s, 200s or whatever, try and stay in the 80s as much as possible and keep working my way down to my goal. And I'm thinking about how to continue to implement fasting in, whether it be intermittent fasting, alternate day fasting, whatever. I just want to find something that I know I'm going to be able to continue to do. Because I don't have a problem with doing it. I have a problem with figuring out beforehand the details of what I'm getting myself into. And I look at this as an experiment. Obviously, I've said that before. Like, sometimes I view my body as an experiment, I think, and the ways I eat and things. But I've been playing around with stuff for years, and oftentimes I'll gain the weight back because I don't keep the fact that I made progress in mind, and I don't care for a short amount of time, and before I know it, I'm back where I was. And this time, I really want to keep in focus the fact that on January 1st, I weighed myself, and I set myself a goal of 150. And, through thick and thin, I'm going to do my very best to lose it. We're almost 4 months into 2020, and it's been an interesting year so far, just in general for the world. But it's been a good year for me for weight loss. And if I was doing a standard diet, or even a higher intensity calorie deficit diet where you lost 2 pounds a week or whatever, I think I would be about where I am now anyway. So it kind of all panned out, So now I just need to figure out what I'm going to do from here on out. And I'm going to need some time to think about that. I'll try and keep you guys updated, but I'm still going. And I only have 35 pounds to go until I'm at 150, so I'm pretty much at the halfway point. And that's exciting. That's when I say that out loud, that's exciting. I'm at the halfway point, just keep going. So yeah, that's my explanation for why I broke my fast. I'm sorry, but at the same time, I'm not sorry, because if I'm worried I'm going to pass out, it's probably not a good place to be. And I know that I should be taking care of myself and making sure that I'm doing things in the right environment and things. So, and it takes a little bit of, I don't know what the word is. Like, it takes a little bit of, humility to be able to admit all of this, because like I push fasting so hard. Whenever I talk to my dad, I'm always talking about fasting. Always talking about fasting to people, and it's because I've had such good experiences with it. I healed an injury that I had. I receive mental clarity. My depression and anxiety seems to go away when I do it. And I think there's so many benefits to fasting, but I think I would be stupid if I didn't look at this as a learning opportunity and admit that there are bad sides to it, Not very many, I don't think, but obviously if you do anything improperly, I mean, water's good for you, but if you, drink 4 gallons of water, you're going to die. Fasting, I believe, is good for you, but if you do it during a physically strenuous workplace experience day after day, and you're feeling like you're going to pass out, probably not the best idea. So thanks for listening, guys. Sorry for the downer tone of this, but I did not sleep good last night. I had begun to refeed, and my heart was going crazy, because I believe of something that I decided to eat that I shouldn't have eaten. Won't get into it because it's so embarrassing. But I definitely shouldn't have, and I didn't get to bed till like 3:30 or 4, so I've been running on very little sleep. But yeah, I'm gonna go to bed early tonight. Gonna wake up in the morning refreshed, rejuvenated, and we are going to pick up where I left off very shortly. Not sure what video I'm gonna do it in or how soon it's gonna be, but yeah. Oh, somebody also asked for comparison pictures. So you know what? Actually, I'm not going to do the comparison pictures in this video. I'm going to make a video dedicated to basically where I was at the beginning of the year weight-wise and where I am now. And we will see how that video turns out. So in the meantime, my name's Jake Damon, aka the Fasting Nomad. Please subscribe if you'd like to follow me on my journey. I try not to give up on things, guys. When I say I'm going to do something, I try and do it, and this time it didn't work out. So we will see if I can come up with something new that isn't as physically strenuous on me, and I don't know. I'm just curious to see what happens. So I'll stop rambling now. Love you guys. We've got 25 subscribers now. I'll probably get downvotes for this video. I don't care. I really don't. But I just want you to know from my mouth that it's not something that I wanted to do. It's something that I feel like I had to do. And this is an experiment. It doesn't have to be perfect. So that being said, thanks for watching. And I will talk to you guys in my next video. Bye.